Well, sometimes when your finger is
And we're live.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome to another episode of Late Night Take 3.
Episode of the Finstock Exchange podcast. How you doing?
Are we on a different channel?
It's a takeover.
It's the
Takeover.
And now it's the guys
Anyway.
who fucking changes taking us over.
But anyway, like I did have a topic planned for this week, but I've decided to move that to next week because after everything that's happened, I thought this is probably a fitting topic for and that, all that, and visits to celebrate and all that. And I've got Larry. Larry, how's it going?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. We out here. We out here balling, man. I mean, obviously things could be a whole lot better in the world, but you know, we had an amazing charity drive this past Wednesday with my channel, with the Finstock Initiative, my YouTube channel that I partnered with Gucci on, with Call to Action Podcast, who was so gracious to host it, and with Let's Get Ready to Talk Schmodown. So we had that on Wednesday. Did amazing. I thought we crushed it with 2K. And then Ben Goddard made me feel absolutely terrible because he like balled out with 11 grand, which is all going to a good cause. So honestly, like this community's been dope. But you know, it's a time where everyone's a little upset and everyone's a little frustrated and everyone's afraid to speak their mind. But you know, there's a lot of good coming out of it and a lot of good reform, a lot of good change, and people are listening. You know, so I'm like I said. Things could be a whole lot worse, you know, but I'm here with you guys right now. I have a glass of whiskey right here. I got a whole new thing of whiskey that I'm breaking in today, and I'm good.
Larry's first time on Take 3. He's already drinking.
Hey, man. Just so you know, I cracked the bottle before I showed up, so that should tell you something.
All right.
But yeah, I don't have the links handy with me, but feel free to donate to any of the good causes that I've. So I think
There's so many.
There's so many out there, but yeah. But
That's what's up. See,
also with me, I've got Doug. Doug, how's it going?
I mean, it's better now that I'm here. I found out that I might have a pinched nerve in my foot and might be fully disabled from that. So it's not been the greatest day, but I'm glad to be here talking about a subject that I for one, am a huge advocate for. I think there should be more superheroes of different nationalities and different races, different sexual orientations as well. I mean, I think we don't have enough of that representation in nerdum culture outside of, you know, comic books themselves. So,
and last but not least, we've got Matt. Matt, how's it going?
Yeah, it's been a week. Just not even just in the world, my own personal life, work has been hell for me. The coronavirus just is still killing me. I lost a customer this week. Like it's been crazy, but I'm here because the best way when you're dealing with stuff is to get with a great group of people and talk about an awesome subject, which is superheroes, which you guys know. I'm all about superheroes.
Yeah. But yeah,
Doug's a lonely wolf. A lone wolf. That's all.
But yeah, like normally for late night we cover movie news at the start, but there really hasn't been anything that's come out movie TV related. And I mean, if there has, it's just been really buried. Which isn't a bad thing, really, because it's the important issues that are coming to light. But so we're going to go straight to the main topic, and it's like, it's literally what the it says down there. Like, there are a lot of good superheroes of color, of races, and all that in the comic books that haven't really been brought to light in their own movie. A lot of them have been either a supporting characters in movies such as like The Falcon and War Machine and all that, and then you've got people who have only made it to TV. They just haven't made it to the next step, such as Black Lightning and Luke Cage. But I'll go to Larry first. Larry, what are some of the black superheroes that you enjoy that you think should get their own movie?
All of them. What are you talking about? All the black superheroes. No, man. Okay, so like I would say, there's so many out there in comic book lore. It's so easy to sit there and say like, oh man, like, you know, Luke Cage, like you said, like Black Panther finally got his. But you know, for me, it's like Jefferson Pierce got his TV show in Black Lightning. I've always wanted to see Virgil Hawkins. Yes. I want to see Static, man. I have the first complete set of Static Shock comic books from the early 1990s. Where, you know, at the time, if you read them, you know that Gear originally was a homosexual character. Which was a different spin that they didn't use in the show. But I always just loved the character. And even if you go back and watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when he lived in the pool house, he has a poster of Static Shock #1 in the back. So Static's dope. Miles got his with the animated movie, which to me is the best Spider-Man movie that they've made so far. But there's so many. There's oh God, now I'm blanking on his name. He was in the X-Men movie.
Bishop. Yeah. You know, I want to see Bishop. But I think the first one out the gate, man, for me has to be him. Well, like I said, and I love Ray Fisher as Cyborg. I thought Ray Fisher did a great job as Cyborg, even though the movie had its issues. And I do like that character of Cyborg, but I think Static is someone who is very important in the Justice League, like that they don't really talk about too much. But when he starts going, he's on fire. Yep. But Matt, what are some that you think?
Well, we were talking before we got on air that Luke Cage, Power Man. I love what they did with the Netflix series. I would love to see him really be pulled into the MCU because I thought that show was great. I thought he was great, and I love Power Man or Luke Cage. Me and Malcolm still couldn't decide which do we call him. Which is it? The Power Man, Luke Cage. But for me, the big one is Jon Stewart. I
forgot about Jon Stewart.
My intro to comic books and everything was Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. So my Green Lantern, I like Hal Jordan a lot. My Green Lantern is forever going to be Jon Stewart.
Did you watch Arrow?
It's got to be that depiction in Justice League Unlimited. Like, that is when I think Jon Stewart and Green Lantern, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking of him, the voice. Like, when I read comics, it's like Kevin Conroy. Like, you just hear Kevin Conroy when I read Batman comics. I just hear that voice. So Jon Stewart is the big one for me that I want to see. And they've been teasing us that there's this Lethal Weapon, like, Green Lantern horror movie that's coming.
They're supposed to be doing something like that on the HBO Max. But I was saying, like, did you see Arrow and kind of what they did with the John Diggle character? Like, I did like how they paid off his character, but for sure.
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. I can't wait for this new rendition of Blade.
Charlie's gonna.
It's gonna be interesting because I love Wesley Snipes' Blade so much. So it's gonna be interesting to see. He's sweet. I mean, that first look. We can talk about the third movie, whatever. Those first two, he's awesome, man.
I liked all three of them. I don't know.
Really?
To me, I liked all three. Wesley Snipes absolutely just killed it. He personified. To me, he was the first perfect casting. Like, he was the first perfect casting as far as taking a character, comic book character, figuring it out. Like, everyone says, like, "Oh, Robert Downey Jr. That's dope, right?" But Wesley Snipes had it.
I mean, Sticky Fingers was great in the series too. So,
Blade,
you said what?
I said Sticky Fingers was great in the series.
Oh yeah.
But that movie was a classic, like, TNT growing up, and I did not know the full movie until I saw it on DVD because, of course, I was watching TV edits. So a lot of his cool lines I did not hear until much later on in life.
What did he say? He said the coldest line.
Ice skate downhill.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill or some shit.
And
I'm just like, bro, what?
Why?
I'm like, why did that? It's like that's a Dagnino line, bro. Like straight up.
You're not wrong.
Speaking of which, I don't mean to switch it up, but the other day we did the charity drive, and I'm sure you had some Dagnino fans out there. We was doing the charity drive. It was going on for like 6 hours, right? And Gucci gets into the chat. And he's like, "Yeah, this is a very long stream. I once did a 4-day stream in one day." It's like, what? It's like, what? But nah, man, like because like I said, unfortunately I do have to get ready to leave, but I pulled up a list. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of characters that I did want to talk about. The one that I thought that got no justice at all in Arrow was Mr. Terrific. I hated that rendition of Mr. Terrific, and I wish that they would fix that. I want to see Steel get a real chance of being not like Shaq. Like I said, Spawn. I can't wait for they're making the movie with Jamie Foxx. That's really gonna be dope.
Give me it.
You said what now?
I said, give me it all day. Listen, when I read the Spawn comic, I read it in Keith David's voice every time.
Well, he has a fantastic voice.
But he was part of the animated series. Like he was.
Yeah, it was like him and Phil Lamar. They were like the black voices of animation in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like Phil Lamar, I still think is doing his thing.
Yeah,
he was also, if I'm not mistaken, he was Static Shock too, right? He also crushed the Static.
Yeah. Which is so funny when you watch the Justice League Static Shock crossover. He's literally just talking to himself in so many scenes.
Yeah. And well, you know what was really cool when they did the Justice League episode where they went into the future and you saw like old school Static.
Yeah.
Bro, that's who I wanted, man. Because I want Batman Beyond. I want Batman Beyond so bad.
Yeah.
I want that so bad. It's one of my favorite arcs of the Batman. And then, of course, they went a little off with like Tim Drake being Batman Beyond at some point. I think it was very strange, but Static was dope. And that I would like to see a movie with him. Like I was always hoping. Well, is Black Lightning still a thing? Is that still like they're still making episodes?
Yeah.
If so, why has Static Shock not been in Black Lightning? That makes zero sense to me. I don't understand sometimes how these CW shows figure things out. It's like they just don't have the people. They did between season 1 and season 2 of Arrow. Season 1, season 2 of Arrow to me was dope, but it's not put together. But other than that, guys, like I said, I'm really sorry that I have to duck out so early.
You're good.
Literally, this just happened. And this is what I signed up for. And if no one out there knows, it's I work for Bobby Gucci. I'm Bobby Gucci, and I'm not sure if that's been relevant in your lives or not, but I work for Gucci, and he called me up about 2 hours ago. He said, "Yo, Larry, like, listen, it's time for Truth Serum," and so I got to get ready to bounce. Have a great rest of your episode, and we are launching Tom Dagnino's new Twitch channel. So it's twitch.com/the Gucciverse. So that's where we'll be. We're trying to get to the 50 followers real quick to get to the affiliate level, because there's some huge announcements happening that we're going to be making later on tonight that when you guys are done with this, please feel free to bounce on over and join us in that conversation. And we can talk more Black superheroes there, man. But I do have to go. He's yelling at me right now, and I don't like him mad, angry Gucci. But please invite me on. Please invite me on another time. I will make it up to you for sure, and we can do it.
Oh, definitely.
All right, man. It was so good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
How we going, man?
Believe me, we understand. We know you're not here anymore, Larry, but having done things with Tom, we know how random ass and fast. You just kind of, Tom's just one of those people you just drop everything for. When you look into
but Doug, is there anyone that wasn't mentioned that you want to see?
Yeah, for sure. I actually want to see a he got part into the Justice League, but I think like if we actually got an actual version of him, I think Cyborg would be fun. And I think I'd love to see Luke Fox's version of Batwing on the big screen. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We have yet to have a successful Robin, so I don't think we're gonna have Batwing anytime soon.
Well, I'm sorry.
Why?
Wait, what did you say?
I said we haven't had a successful Robin, and I'm not talking about Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell was not a successful Robin. He was 25 when he did that role.
You be quiet. Chris O'Donnell was amazing in Batman Forever. You
He
shut
was
your
not
damn
a
mouth.
child. I want a Robin that grows up with Batman.
Also, it's called Batman the Animated Series, and then he became one of the best versions of Nightwing we ever got. No, you be quiet for a second, Malcolm. Guys, don't let Doug disparage you. Chris O'Donnell was a great 16, 17-year-old Dick Grayson. He was incredible. He flew in like a robin, okay?
He wasn't a 16, 17-year-old. He was like 25 when he did the movie.
Oh, we're going to play that game? Do we really need to go through the history of all actors? Oh, you mean the 30-year-olds on Saved by the Bell? You want to talk about them? Because we could do this. We could sit here and do that.
I still would like a Robin that you see grew through the movies. Just saying.
He grew through that film. He was incredible in that movie.
Did he? Because in the next movie, he comes back and he's kind of.
I said he grew in that film. I did not say the next movie. Because I'm not even sure if there was a film that followed Batman Forever.
I mean, I think it's time to put some ice on this discussion.
Okay, you know what?
Yikes. Yikes.
The Iceman, I'll go and get the Iceman if you want to keep talking about this, because he apparently really likes Chris O'Donnell.
Everything freeze.
Oh, you know what? Fine, I'll bring him. You want him, Doug? You brought him on here. Hi everybody, it's me, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. How are you doing tonight? So Matt tells me.
Could your puns get any worse in that movie?
Of course they can. They can always get shittier. But really, no. I wanted to say Chris O'Donnell. He was amazing as Robin. He didn't quite look like a bird, but I was like, it was amazing. I mean, I might have been high on steroids when I made the film, but Chris was amazing. Doug, you shut your mouth. I will come over there and freeze you over into icy hell. Goodbye, Tickly. I love you, everybody.
You sound angry there.
I am angry.
Are you roid raging right now?
No,
relax.
you are besmirching co-star Chris O'Donnell, who was amazing in the movie. Shut your damn mouth.
He was okay.
I will find you and I will eat you, dog. I will eat you.
There's a lot of fat content
Bye,
in here, so I don't know if Arnold wants to eat all that.
But it's okay. I put a VHS of Junior on, and he's okay right now. He's just laughing at himself. Yeah, you are pregnant, Arnold. It's funny.
But anyway,
You shut your mouth. I love Chris O'Donnell and Batman Forever. Batman and Robin, different story. But even Chris O'Donnell admits he felt like he was making a toy commercial.
But anyway,
yeah, that's just
I mean, I agree with Doug on his Chris O'Donnell take.
You know what? Fuck all you guys. I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
I like Batman Forever. Chris O'Donnell's just the one thing about it I really didn't like. But regardless,
just let me drive the Batmobile.
He
just
takes the Batmobile. He doesn't give a fuck.
Why do you treat me like a kid instead of a partner? I'm a partner.
Why do you sound like a young Christian Bale?
Because Christian Bale learned it from Chris O'Donnell.
Crispin Donald?
Chris O'Donnell.
But anyway,
we apologize for people who tuned in for a serious discussion about this great topic. Welcome to Take 3.
But anyway, like I'm really interested to see where they do take Luke Fox in the Batwoman series, because I think that eventually they probably will. He probably will get a chance to be a hero at one stage.
Who knows what's going to happen with that show? I mean, from what I've heard,
They're gonna
he's
recast.
not even gonna. It's not even gonna be Batwoman next season. Like, is it maybe?
Well, I
like
mean,
it's
it's still gonna be Batwoman. It's that's not gonna be Kate Kane as Batwoman. That's from what I've heard. So it's going to be a completely different character taking on the mantle of Batwoman.
when I grew up, there were 3 different women who were Batwoman all at the same time. If you know what I'm referencing, you earn my respect.
But anyway,
Anyone? No one knows what Batman: Mystery of the Batwoman, straight to DVD and video, animated film. Great, Kevin Conroy.
But anyway, some of the other ones I think should get their own movie that haven't already been mentioned. Aqualad, I think, is a very interesting character on Young Justice. I'd like to see if him get a solo movie. I'd like to see Black Lightning actually get his own movie. Like, he's great in the series. It'll be interesting to see what they can do with a movie.
Aqualad's interesting. I never really got into any Aquaman comics, but Young Justice, like you said, he was awesome in. So, yeah, give me. Also, I mean, Aqualad that I knew was Thad Castle, but still great.
His father is Black Manta, so it would be a really cool dynamic. I mean, you could spin it off of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like there's Aqualad. There's also a character in Teen Titans called Bumblebee. Firestorm could be a really interesting movie on its own if they use the Jefferson Jack's like alter ego for it. There's Connor Hawke as Green Arrow, which is good, interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there.
I mean, since we're getting rid of Tony, we could do Ironheart, which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. A lot of people are thinking they're going to do that. I mean, this next phase of Marvel, I think, is going to be really interesting for what they end up doing, because we technically already have a new Captain America in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's going to be interesting to see the characters that sort of take the symbolic place or legitimate place of some of the characters that left. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because
although they chose the wrong Russell to be the new Captain America, if you ask me. I'm just saying.
It's not Wyatt Russell wasn't playing Captain America in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Did I misread that? I thought he was. Who is?
No, he's playing a character called U.S. Agent.
Yeah, which is Captain America. They're the U.S.'s government's official Captain America replacement.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Captain America replacement is going to be Falcon. I think Falcon.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying that it's a whole thing. I read the synopsis, but I know, Malcolm. Stop trying to make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know you like to think you're smarter than me, but guess what? This isn't next week's show, okay? Next week, you can tell me all the things I'm saying wrong about that topic, but Malcolm, you're in my house right now.
But anyway, I mean, there's definitely a lot of good ones out there. A lot of the ones have been mentioned already.
We could do there could be a Storm and Voodoo story. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Mm.
Yeah. And I mean, there was rumors that Michael B. Jordan is talking to Warner Brothers about doing a Black Superman movie, which could mean adapting the whatever Earth the Calvin Harris.
I'd be fine with that because Michael B. Jordan is awesome. Like, I was watching part of Creed earlier in the week. He's so good in those movies. I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff, but just like he definitely, I think, has the charisma to pull off Superman. So
Yeah.
that'd be sweet. Now, does he keep the mustache or not, guys? That's the real question.
They'll just digitally, remove it.
You know what? Below the belt, though. Below the belt. Okay?
How's it below the belt if I'm saying it to your face?
I'm gonna. You're not that far away from me, you realize? I'll take a drive. My sister lives in Jersey City now. I'll take a drive to her and then stop by you.
That's still a little far from me.
I don't care. It's in the same state. Terrible pizza.
And actually one more that just came to mind that did come from the Arrowverse is Vixen. I think that could make a really interesting movie, just showing the with the totem and all that. So
also, Amanda Waller, I'm not sure if she should get her own movie, but I would like to see her again in a better movie. Because Viola Davis was a perfect choice for Amanda Waller. I thought she did great. There just wasn't nearly enough of her, which we could debate whether or not she got off clean film because of that. But Amanda Waller, I really hope she comes back in the Suicide Squad sequel if there is one.
But yeah. Well, from what I understand, I think she is coming back for the Suicide Squad.
Wait, why did I say that confused? James Gunn's doing it. I feel like such a dumbass right now. I was like, is there a sequel? And I'm like, wait, yeah, no, James Gunn. Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, sequel reboot, it's really unclear on if it's a continuation or if it's a just rebranding of Suicide Squad with the same cast. Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the flex tape memes when the movie comes out, to where it's like the Suicide Squad poster, and then it's just like, I fixed the damage, and it's just like James Gunn.
I just
that was funny. Okay. Oh, Doug left. He gave up on us, Malcolm.
But I mean, I just can't wait for the for various challenges in matches when it's like, they put that, it's like, it doesn't count anymore. It's
No, because in Suicide Squad 2 or the reboot or something, they said this. Yeah, well, the original they said this. Won't that be fun?
But yeah, at the moment it just seems like we're rambling about this. But
because there's so many. We really kind of set a really broad topic, which is what happens.
Yeah.
But point of fact, guys, if you're watching this, there are a lot of really cool superheroes that you may have only seen on TV shows or something. I would suggest, I know right now it's not the easiest thing to do, but check them with your local comic book stores. If you're someone who likes Jon Stewart in Justice League Unlimited, or you like Black Lightning in the Arrowverse, or you like Sarah Shark from the show, go and pick up the comics and read the comics, and then you might be introduced to even more cool superheroes. And there are some heroes like me and Malcolm were talking off air. I got introduced to Luke Cage through his crossovers with Daredevil. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Luke Cage and Daredevil have a lot of cool crossovers. Go and read them. There's a lot of really cool superheroes that you may, and again, Larry had mentioned it. Steel, that movie sucks, but the character in the comics is awesome. Go read The Return of Superman, because he's awesome, and I hope that he does get a really cool movie with him. And then Tomb of Dracula, that's where Blade came from. Go read those comics, because we already talked about Blade's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of really great characters, and that's the best thing, is that there's a lot of great, we've all read how many interpretations of Batman. Go and find these superheroes that you don't really know their backstory or anything, because they're awesome. And that's the great thing about comics, is there's so many different creators who tell really awesome stories of these characters, and you just expand your comic horizon, and you find a lot of really badass characters within that.
Stardrew mentions in the chat Storm's son, but I'm not. I don't
I'm
know
not
the name.
huge. Like, I'm an X-Men fan, but I'm not like my knowledge of like Marvel beyond Spider-Man is not really the greatest. Daredevil I'm a little fine in, but really those are the only two that I'm like really like I could sit there and be like, oh well, in Daredevil issue 67, but no, not really with X-Men. Even though I love
Uh,
Wolverine, isn't that weird?
Azari is the name of the character.
Oh,
I just
okay.
googled it. Um,
Oh, okay, Malcolm with your
um, this might sound like a crazy suggestion. I'd like to see Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury get his own movie. Because I know we had the David Hasselhoff one TV movie a long time back, but I kind of would be interested to see what a Nick Fury movie of Samuel Jackson could look like.
Yeah, Nick Fury movie that'd be great. Yeah. Oh my god, the David Hasselhoff. Fuck. That happened, guys. For everyone who makes fun DC, don't forget, you have David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, so leave me alone. Yeah, no, because he's awesome and he still is around. Thankfully. Or is he? Because I watched the post-credit scene for the last Spider-Man movie, and that just raises a lot of questions that require answers, but we probably won't get answers for. Are we able to spoil that movie yet or not?
I mean, it's been
No,
a while.
because legit, who the fuck was it in Endgame? Who was it in Age of Ultron? Was it Nick Fury or was it Ben Mendelsohn? I want answers.
Well, yeah,
Did J.J. Abrams take over for you guys and just write mystery boxes with no answers?
I mean,
It was a
like
funny scene, but then I just like watched it and I was like, "Ah, it's funny." And then I watched it again and I was like, "Oh, crap."
yeah, I mean, I think I think it probably was like Nick Fury that wasn't that was an end game. I think it might just be a case of like he encountered the Skrulls sort of when he sort of came back after the snap and they like took him with him on the ship just to keep him safe and that.
Oh my god, yeah, this is god damn it, you see what you do, Marvel. Now I believe in Kevin Feige and all his story team that I just want answers.
Yeah.
I got real close to the camera. That's how serious it got. You guys got to see my horrible beard. That's how serious it was. Particularly next to Malcolm's. Before, after.
But I mean, at this point, it looks like this might be it for the episode because we lost Doug, and I think we've talked about all of them now.
I mean, I feel like we can keep going on stuff. I feel like,
I mean, it's one of those ones that I don't think there really is a lot
well, we
more.
can talk about stuff that we were talking about before stream. So, guys, legitimate question here. Sarge, I know you're the only one, but people watching on playback. Is it Luke Cage or Power Man? Is a legitimate question I have. What do we call him? Because when he was introduced in the comics, he was Luke Cage, but then later on, they retitled him Power Man. So what is his name? We also didn't talk about Night Nurse, by the way. Talking about Rosario Dawson, who was amazing in the Netflix series. But seriously, guys, which is it? I will sit here and wait for answers. Even if this is on replay, I'm still waiting.
I mean, I think it's pretty much.
Did we
both
lose Doug or?
I mean, I know Doug said he had a match at 10 to record, so
it is 9:30.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's
not coming back, so but I mean, you can see. I mean, I'm assuming Ray, but I don't know. But it's one of those ones with Luke Cage. I think he is pretty like both Nabs. I think in some of the later comics, it was called Power Man Luke Cage at one point. So I think it kind of just
Yeah,
becomes
Luke
both.
Cage, full Power Man. It's interesting. He's
Uh,
a great character, though. That'd be such a cool power to have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would like to see Mike Calder reprise the role in the movie, but if for some reason they decided not to go with him, who would you like to see maybe take up the mantle as Luke?
Oh, that's so. Because he's so good in that role. Who would I like to take? Oh my gosh. That's a really. Give me a second. Who do you think? Because I really just want to.
I mean, I posed the question. I'm now realizing I'm struggling to figure it
Because
out.
he's
for
so.
myself.
It's like. It's literally be like. If you asked me like 1993, Michael Keaton's not coming back to be Batman, who should be Batman? Because there's such good casting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
The
this.
only one that's coming to mind is, but I'm not sure if he would sign out, is Idris Elba. I think Idris Elba would be awesome. I'm just not sure. If we're talking about dream casting, then Idris Elba, if we can't get him back from the show, because Idris Elba is awesome, and I think he has shown us in like a lot of the stuff he's done, like Pacific Rim, like stuff like that. Like he has that sort of like strength of that character, like internally in him. Yeah, I think he'd be sweet.
I mean, he might need to gain some muscles for it, but I could potentially see maybe John Boyega from Star Wars, but that could be an interesting casting.
That would be interesting to. That would definitely be interesting to go a little bit younger, because the character is the character is, he's like older, but that if we're going a bit on the younger side, he's definitely a really good choice. I mean, Attack the Block, and I may not like his character arc in those films, but I've always liked John Boyega as Finn. Yeah. No, that'd be interesting. That's an interesting choice.
And I mean,
Definitely.
another one could maybe David Ramsey from Arrow. I could potentially see maybe
I'm
turn
sorry?
that as well. David Ramsey from Arrow Diggle.
Yeah. I just didn't hear
Oh,
you at
right.
first. Yeah, no, no, that'd be cool. That'd definitely be cool. Yeah, there's a lot of good people who could do it. Whenever people throw that shit on the spot for me, I was just like, God, I might watch some Luke Cage after we get off with this, just because talking about it makes me want to watch Luke Cage.
But yeah, this episode was a lot quicker than what I planned, but
well, that's just because we had a bigger panel, and then it just became two people, and we don't, I mean, ultimately, I repeat my phrase again. Go and seek out a lot of the great characters, even if they don't have TV shows. Go find their comics. If you have DC Universe, you can read literally every DC comic from Action Comics #1 to now. So just type in the character's name, and you'll get a lot of really awesome characters.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Also, if anyone out there is really interested in editing, can you re-watch this and maybe edit it out so it looks like Thanos is snapping away Larry and Doug? I mean, you don't have to, because you don't have to, but it could be entertaining if you want to. I'm not a big I'm not really good with that kind of editing, so
Yeah, that's why Malcolm
otherwise I
hosts
probably
all the
wouldn't.
shows that are hosts all the shows that are just panel discussions and live, so there's no editing that can possibly happen. It's all good. We love you still.
But anyway, you can find Larry over on the Finstock Exchange podcast or the Twitch channel, the Gucci Verse.
Yeah, the YouTube channel, Finch Stock Exchange, is really awesome. I'm sorry, Malcolm, to steal that plug. And please go watch their stream. Larry talked about it at the top, that they did with Call to Action and is it Let's Get Ready to Schmoedown?
Let's Get Ready to Schmoedown.
Yeah, Let's Get Ready to Schmoedown. It was an incredible stream for a really great cause. They raised a lot of great money. Go and watch it. It was a great stream. I was watching it live. Not all 6 hours, but I was watching it for a good portion of it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I popped in a little bit as well.
I wasn't really in the live stream, but that's because my YouTube was being weird. But I was there, even when YouTube sucks.
And I mean, you can find Doug hosting the Manor, which is on a break at the moment, but he says it's coming back.
Well, that's because Doug is a hero, because he is a essential frontline worker during this virus, and I respect him, even if he does come from New Jersey.
So are you saying Doug is a hero for hire? But now that I see,
oh my god, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
But and you could also find him helping out over on Multiplex Miscellaneous, the random trivia game show, which is a lot of fun. Like if you've ever played Trivial Pursuit with people, that's pretty much that with various slices and all that. And it's one that like you've got to be there live if you want to be a part of it, because that they do it Price is Right style and draw people on the wheel at the start. So you never know who's going to be on that episode until literally on the times. Like as long as you're in the chat and have signed up, then you could be able to be on that show.
I'm horrible at trivia, so I'll never compete. But that's still a cool concept.
It is. It's definitely a lot of fun. I was on episode Bell a few weeks ago, but yeah. But Matt, where can people find you online?
Well, you guys can find me tongue-tied all the time whenever I'm on videos. You guys can find me at Kearns_Matthew on Twitter. Taking a bit of a social media break, so if you follow me there, you're not going to really see anything for the time being, but I'm pulling back a bit on social media for, honestly, I'll be very honest, for my own mental stuff. I work in the restaurant marketing industry, so I'm surrounded 8 hours a day, 5 days a week by social media, and then I'm doing social media for this stuff, and it's just like, social media is a great thing, as we've seen recently. Social media is a great thing as a way of connecting with people and all this, but for me, I'm pulling back a bit, so you won't find me there anytime soon, but still you can follow me there, and you can also follow me at Kearns_. No, that was my first thing. That's my Twitter. You can also find me MattMovies611 on YouTube. I hit 470 this week, which is really awesome. Thank you for anyone who does subscribe to me. It's also MattMovies611 on WordPress. I'm hoping to write a new article, and right here as host of Second Look episode on Rocky 3. It's coming out in the next couple weeks, and attached with that episode, I have an announcement about Second Look. And also check out Retroblasting, the YouTube channel. One of their most recent features on Bespin Luke. I was lucky enough to be a part of it, so go and check that video out. And that's all I got.
Doug has returned in time to plug his.
Oh, so I see. So this is what Doug does. He leaves in an over show to get fucking food.
It was happy birthday time. Sorry, guys.
It's your birthday?
No, it's my friend's birthday, and I bought her a cake, and I wanted to make sure that we got it before she left because I have a trivia match after this.
Oh, okay. No, okay,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. I feel bad now. I just thought you were
No,
you
you're
was
good.
like, oh, I just want dessert. F- You guys, I'm out.
No, it's cake. I had to go to the bathroom first, and they were like, "What are we doing, cake?" I was like, "Yeah, now I guess."
But yeah, we coolly coming into a show during the plugs, the Rusker approach. So it's patented. Doug, plug yourself.
What is this, Carrie? Anyway, I'm a part of the fan leagues, so check it out over there. I'm a part of the Kingsmen. My name is right there.
I couldn't tell what that
Manners
was
make it
before.
the man. I'm here on Take 3 every now and then on a Rankum or a late night. I also host a show that I'm trying desperately to get some order to, especially now that I'm out of work. For the time being, I'm hopefully going to be able to get the ball rolling on that again. The Manor is a show where you bring 5 films. We discuss those 5 films and have a conversation about them and learn about you a little bit. I will have you on. I just gotta I gotta schedule now. I gotta actually schedule now and get dates for people. But also check out Multiplex Miscellaneous. That happens every Sunday right now because we're doing the quarantine stretch until the quarantine's over and everybody's back to normal. We're doing it every week. So make sure you check it out. Have some fun with us. It's regular trivia. It's not movie trivia at all. It's just everything around the world and everything. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, Doug missed my Heroes for Hire joke, but
Well, it doesn't work now, but I learned some information afterwards. It doesn't really work anymore, but regardless.
but anyway, you can find me on Take 3 Productions, where I host Late Night. Next week's episode will be on Middle Earth, and it'll be a lot of fun. And you can also find me on Rankum. Tomorrow night we're doing something fun and going to be really interesting to see what happens. We're doing decade-defining actors of the 2000s. So it's going to
Kurt
be
Russell, Tom Cruise, all decades.
I mean, maybe one of them will be brought up. I'm not going to give away my options, but you can find me also over on Full Metal, where I host Full Metal Classic on Sunday nights. I'm going to do a draw later on, either later on tonight or tomorrow. Depends on when I feel like it, really. You can also find me hosting Formula Random. This week will be the one I was going to do last week, but because everyone else decided to postpone things, like we decided to do that for Blackout Tuesday. It's the music video one, which is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a fun format that I created for that. And yeah, so until next time, we're not on Zoom, but we'll Zoom on out of here.
That was terrible.